everyone, my name is Audrey Vega and this video is for my CIS 102 Networking 2 class. And today I will be demonstrating Packet Tracer 8.3.3.5, and that is configuring basic OSPF version 3. So let's get started. All right. First, a little background about OSPF version 3. If you want to use OSPF routing protocol in an IP version 6 network, you need to use OSPF version 3. That's because OSPF version 3 is the OSPF version 2 equivalent for exchanging IP version 6 prefixes. Similar to IP version 4 counterpart, OSPF version 3 exchanges routing information to populate the IP version 6 routing table with remote prefixes. And in IP version 6, the IP address is referred to as a prefix and the subnet mask is referred to as a prefix length. So as you can see in this packet tracer, each address is in IP version 6 as a prefix. And today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to configure OSPF version 3 on each of these routers. So in order to do that, let's go into router 1, into the CLI, and enter our global configuration mode. And first I need to enable IP version 6 unicast routing, and that command is like so. So I'll hit enter. Next, I need to enable IP version 6 routing by issuing the IPv6 OSPF area. Oops, wrong. Not that. The OSPF router 10. Okay. And now what I need to do is I need to give the router an ID number. And this is the exact same command as found in OSPF version 2. And that command is router ID. And we're in router 1, and the ID for router 1 is 1.1.1.1. Okay. And for consistency reasons, all three routers are going to receive the process ID of 10. When you're in the industry, you'll come across different numbers in this specific command, but for this activity, my instructions say that each process ID is going to be 10, so that's the way it's going to be. Okay, and we set the command for it. Next, we have to make sure that our router can, sometimes router IDs must be changed. Like say, for example, if a network administrator establishes a new router ID identification scheme, then you'll have to go into each individual router and clear the OSPF process that was configured before. And just in case, we're going to issue that command, and clearing the OSPF process is the preferred method to reset any router that you come across. And so well, first of all, we need to get out of the configuring the router right here. We need to get out of that and just be in regular global configuration mode. So we'll hit end. And now we issue the command clear, excuse me, IPv6 OSPF process. And it's asking if you want to reset all OSPF processes, and you want to say yes. Okay. Now we've enabled OSPF version 3 on router 1. Now what we want to do is we want to enable the interfaces for OSPF version 3. And this version of OSPF uses a different method to enable an interface. Instead of using a network router configuration mode to specify matching interface addresses, OSPF version 3 is configured directly on the interface. So we got to get back into our router. We need to get into the interface first, and router 1 has 3 interfaces. It has these 3 right here. And we have, oh, it's not showing up. Okay. Well, it has the interface G0/0, and then it has the serial interface 0/0/0, and the third interface is the serial 0/0/1. So first we have the gigabit interface, which we go into interface G0/0, and we want to enable this interface for OSPF version 3. And to do that, we issue the command IPv6 OSPF 10 area 0. And we want to do that with every single interface. So we'll just keep on going to the interface. /0/0. Then IPv. Okay. Interface serial 0/0/1. We want to enable that interface. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to save this configuration. And let's just take a look and see if our little configuration worked. So we'll have to do the show IPv6 protocols. And here right here, it's just saying that it is connected and ND, and these are our interfaces that we have enabled on for IPv6. So that is router 1, and we must go into all the other routers and do the same. So here we go. Router 2. Enable. Compt T. And we're just going to be doing the exact same steps as we did before. We're going to enable or configure, sorry, OSPF version 3. And so we go OS or IPv6 unicast routing. And then we have to give it a process ID. IPv6 router OSPF 10, the process ID of 10 for each router. Next, we need to give the router a ID number. So we go router ID. And this is router 2, and that ID number is 2.2.2.2. And we hit enter. Okay. Now after we do that, we want to make sure we want to clear the router of all other IDs so that we can have a fresh start. So we need to issue the clear IPv6 OSPF process. Let's say yes. Now what we want to do is go into each interface and enable the interfaces. So now we need to get into the interface itself. We'll go into interface G0/0. And now we IPv6 OSPF 10 area 0. Enter now the serial interfaces on 0/0/0. And we're going to give it enable that interface. And now we're going to do the last 0/0/1. We're going to give it that same command. Okay. We want to save this configuration. So we need to do copy, run, start. And let's see if our show IPv6 protocols, and we'll see if our configuration worked. Yep, there's our interfaces right there. Great. So that's router 2 done. Now we need to just do that in router 3. Okay. So we enable, enter in the global configuration, IP routing, IPv6. This is for the process ID. OSPF 10. Now give the router its ID number, which is, we're in router 3, so obviously 3.3.3.3. And now we're going to clear all the processes. Yes. Okay. Now we're going to go back in and we're going to enable the interfaces for router 3. So we go into interface, G0/0. enable it with IPv6 OSPF 10 area 0. And we do that with each interface. So I'm just going to do that real quick. Okay. All right. Now we're going to save that configuration. Now we're going to do the show IPv6 protocols. See if we got that configuration correctly. And yep, there are our interfaces right there. Okay. So from here, what we need to do is we already verified the OSPF routing is operational with each router. We already did that. And now we need to verify connectivity between the PCs. And so we're just going to send some PDUs from each device. And as you can see, they were all successful. So that's great. Okay. And that's pretty much it for configuring OSPF version 3 on your Cisco routers. Thank you very much. I'll see you next video.